party poppin', right?
Let's do it.
Yes.
What should we start with?
We are going to start with a delicious rosemary bourbon sour. This is an easy drink that's absolutely delicious and perfect for any soiree. So we're mixing up some Basil Hayden bourbon. So Basil Hayden is a super popular bourbon, and it actually has some rye to it. So it has a little bit of spice to it. Super delicious, 80 proof. So we are going to put an ounce and a half in an ice mixing tin. Then I have some fresh sour mix, like so.
Ooh,
about an ounce of that.
I love some sour mix.
Then we're going to add in some of the rosemary, get that nice herbal feel going. And then we're just going to shake it up. It's pretty easy.
My favorite part.
Yes. And then we're going to strain it into a glass. So this bourbon has notes of like vanilla and toasted almonds, so it's absolutely delicious. And the rosemary really complements that. So voila.
Anytime Paul Zahn makes me a
There you
drink,
go.
I am very excited,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen.
So
Let's
this would
try
pair
one.
perfectly with some mashed potatoes, stuffing, stuff like that. Absolutely delicious. It's got a little honey.
Oh my gosh, that's so refreshing.
Good, right?
Savory, sweet.
Yeah. Well, now that you're
Love it.
drinking, we have to do a delicious, we're doing an apple cider margarita. Now, when you think of apple cider, you don't always think tequila, and we're mixing up some Hornitos tequila, which is an absolutely delicious tequila. This is Reposado. It's aged in American oak, and so it's got, again, some of that honey finish, some caramel. We have some of the apple cider. We've already mixed it up and everything like that. We have some orange liqueur, so then we're just gonna pour this in like so for the perfect little margarita, and then we're putting in a dehydrated lime in there, and we have an apple.
Ooh,
so
I like the
here's,
apple crisp.
5 o'clock somewhere, Olivia. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's 5 o'clock here on Live in the Bay,
5 o'clock
everybody.
here. We
All right,
love
let me
that.
try
So
this
taste
one.
taste test. How's that one tasting?
Ooh, this
Good?
one is more like a desserty, like
Yes.
sweet. I love the apple, but it's not too strong because
No.
you still taste the hints of the
Yes.
tequila. It's not overbearing.
Exactly.
I love that.
So that would go nice with the Thanksgiving charcuterie board or something
Ooh,
like that,
yes.
because you get the sweet and then you want the savory,
And it's not
everything
too
like
strong.
that.
It's really not.
No, we like that. Now we are doing a maple syrup old fashioned. So, you know, maple syrup, it's that time of year, and we have some Knob Creek rye. So rye is going to give that flavor profile of a little bit more spice. So people love it. It's actually, the proof is, it's 100 proof. So, you know, this is great for cocktails. It can stand up, or you can just put a rock on it. So what we're going to do is we are going to take 2 ounces of the delicious Knob Creek rye. Then we are adding in 1 ounce of fresh maple syrup, like so.
Oh,
Then
so
we're
real straight up maple syrup.
real
going
straight
in.
up. Yep, we're doing it. We're doing it. And then
We're
some
going for it.
Angostura bitters, and they're just going to balance that out. We're going to give this a nice stir.
And does the bitter help balance the sweetness?
It balances out. It brings the whole cocktail together, so it's sort of like the in-between between the sweetness of the maple and then the delicious Knob Creek.
I like that. The in-between.
It's the in-between. It's like the mediator.
You can't forget about the mediator here.
Yes, and then we are straining this into some fresh rocks, like so.
Oh, I
and
can
then
smell this one. I can smell the
we're
sweet.
going to put in a wonderful little orange
You were so
wheel,
good at
like
that,
so.
just garnishing
you know,
it right on
just gotta
top.
get that garnish. You got to get that garnish. So this
All
is
right.
spirit forward. You know, this is going to be absolutely delicious with something like cranberry sauce, a little sweetness from that.
This is definitely more of like an after dinner kind of drink.
Yes.
You really want this as like dessert to pair it with something like that.
Yes.
But again, not too strong. It's just my friend Paul over here whose mixing abilities are top tier.
Now, speaking of dessert, I have the perfect dessert pairing with some Harvey's Bristol Cream Sherry. So this is a sherry. It's a fortified wine. It's slightly lower proof, and we're saying Bristol cream. People think it's a cream liqueur or something like that. It's not.
Okay.
It's just got a creamy finish. So I poured you some on the rocks.
Right here.
And you're going to take a bite of the delicious pumpkin pie, and you're going to sort of pair that. So this has a nuttiness to it that's going to go really well with the pumpkin pie. And again, it's lower proof, so this is great to pair with some brie cheese for the charcuterie board or dessert. And we like a lower proof drink sometimes, so the room's not spinning before you even have dinner, you know. So
I'm going to take a bite of this pumpkin
the
pie.
taste test. You could also use this in eggnog. Eggnog season is coming up. It's absolutely delicious.
By the way,
in
I
that.
always eat my pumpkin pie like this half the time.
Half the time, half the pie. Boom, there we go.
Okay, the pie is delicious. Now, how about the drink?
The drink, fingers crossed, fingers crossed.
Oh my gosh, it really is like a bow on
It's
top.
good.
And
It's a good
not
little
too
pairing.
sweet.
No, it's not too sweet. But
Ooh, I love
speaking
that.
of sweets, we do have some desserts. We have a full gamut of pies here, from cherry pie, we have lemon meringue, we have an apple pie, and I picked all these up at Smart & Final because, you know, they're a one-stop shop for everything, for all your grocery needs, and they even have fresh produce, so you could pick up the items and bake your own pie at such great prices, and you can have it all delivered if you go to smartandfinal.com.
Oh my gosh.
So we got you covered from drinks to dessert and beyond. I mean, Olivia, what more do you need?
We're ready for Thanksgiving, Paul.
Let's go. Get that turkey going, people.
All thanks to Paul. Thank you so much for joining us here on Live in the Bay. These look delicious. Trust me, these are going to be so useful.
Yeah, I'm drinking up.
For more great recipes for the holidays, we'll have a link on our website at liveinthebay.tv and to also connect with Paul. Stay right here. After the break, we'll have a look at what's coming up tomorrow on the show, including a big star from a hit Apple TV Plus series.